Hello guys, we're back again. A little bit later than usual though. We've got one series for you tonight. It's 9 PM, right? We're a little bit behind schedule. Vega a little bit slow to the lobby, but yeah, Vega against Power Rangers. We're ready to get ourselves rolling once again, and I'm alone in the studio, but I'm not alone in the game. I'm not alone in the game. I do have my co-caster with me. Oh god, no, nobody saw that. Skim, please quickly take it away. How are you doing?
Wait, what? What happened?
No, I switched to the PC and your face came up because I had Skype in front of the game.
Oh no!
You're gonna get DDoS now.
Oh no! Oh no!
Everything's fine.
As long as it's just me and not the players, I'm totally fine. Fine.
So you're okay with being DDoS then?
Yeah.
You'll get attacked. We'll pause the game. You know, we'll say, players, you've got to wait for...
Players, please, we need to wait for this
undefined amount of time. Just, you know, sit down, stay calm, get a cup of tea, get yourselves ready, and wait while we sort out the internet. But yeah, Vega Squadron against Power Rangers. Vega have been doing, you know, incredibly well recently, while PR have been changing things up a little bit. You know, Tron has kind of rejoined them. Arise, obviously, going to be playing with them now, as he left his previous team. But Vega... unchanged for what, 10 months, 11 months, whatever it is, when they started, like...
it's like 8 or 9.
Because they sort of formed in December, I think, and then they sort of started playing, like January, February, like Gigabyte Challenge and things like that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, you can find out. You can tell us the details, the stats. Yeah. But yeah, defense. Group stage number 2. A Doom first picked by Vega, and Power Rangers kick things off with a Dazzle. So Tusk, Darkseer, Wisp, and Queen of Pain all banned out. Jarkop is going to get second picked there. Now, Vega Squadron, Alchemist, Venomancer. What are you going to be looking at here? Broodmother, of course, is probably what they'll be aiming for. Broodmother is still out there. A little bit more difficult, though, to play against the Gyro and the Dazzle. You don't have that full lane control that you'd love to have.
Okay, so Vega, or this very iteration has only been playing together since April, because Solo before hasn't really. Well, Solo was standing in here and there. Before that, maybe like March, I guess. But
oh yeah, of course.
Before that, they also had like No Fear, for example. Screen was sort of playing with him for a while as well. So this iteration has only been playing for like over half a year, but still, that's impressive. Still, in today's world in esports, or just in Dota in general, staying together for like half a year, even after TI, is really impressitive.
I guess I'm thinking of like Vega in general, because they were a new team completely, right? They came out of nowhere pretty much at the start of the year. In Dota 2 anyway. They had some other esports that they were playing around with. Ember Spirit. Vega Squadron. Where are you heading with this one? Disruptor's banned out. Winter Wyvern counted out there by Power Rangers, but... no Broodmother, and then they take out the Enchantress. Screw that here, obviously.
Yeah, I've also looked at Power Rangers' previous drafts, and I guess Vega did the same, because Enchantress is one of those heroes that Power Rangers has picked up recently. It's not really something you see at all in the meta right now, but if you notice that, yeah, sure, Vega, Power Rangers picks it up, might as well ban it, right?
Oh goodness, Power Rangers. I think Arise has been playing too many pub games. The Doom Lich combo that has been plaguing like the 5-6K bracket. Honestly, all I see is Doom Lich lanes, Doom Veno lanes. It is so awful, honestly. It's impossible to deal with. They devour a creep, they sacrifice a creep. They completely equalize the lane equilibrium. Even
outside of the lane, or just like after the lane, it is really difficult. It is really difficult to bring out Doom when there's so many supports that can like help him. If you have Dazzle Weave on you, and then the Lich armor, how are you even supposed to kill a Doom when as soon as he has items? Of course, now the Power Rangers have Dazzle themselves, but just in general, just think about Doom being buffed up by like 2 supports. How do you even kill him? Literally unkillable.
Literally unkillable. Yeah, he just gets a little bit of armor, and it's difficult to handle him. Legion Commander though. Interesting pick there. With the blink, you know, you're going to be pretty good against that Ember Spirit. But where do you lane her? Because I think this is one of the issues we've had with Legion Commanders, is that people have tried her mid, people have tried her safe lane. Off laners, I feel, had, you know, not necessarily the most success, but definitely it's where she's more comfortable, right? But now we're seeing a little more dual lanes with the Legion Commander. Can we expect Dazzle Legion top as an sort of aggressive dual lane, maybe even aggro tri-lane?
Yeah, definitely could work. I think that's actually a really good approach, just contesting and challenging Vega early on. You don't really want to give them too much space with these heroes that they have, because Doom and Ember is actually quite greedy if you think about it. Ember not so much, but just the Doom, and but in combination with the Doom, it kind of makes them a bit greedy. Even AA to an extent, all three of them really want a few items. And then again, though, if you see the AA now, AA in a try versus try situation is really difficult to handle because of that chilling touch. That is not something that you want to face necessarily.
Ooh. Ancient Apparition. They do need some more sustain, though, I feel. Like, if you're going to get jumped by Legion and have Gyro Dazzle all sort of piling in on you, you need someone that can keep Ember alive. But what do you sort of aim for? Because Shadow Demon doesn't really combo up with any of these heroes too well. You know, you would be able to have that kind of, you know, disruption to stop people from piling on in to that Ember. Or even the Doom. And especially when you've got a Wind Ranger on top of all of this. So Gyro safe lane, Wind Ranger mid, Legion off lane, potentially in the dual lane. What do you kind of want to see as one of these supports? Maybe a Naga could work.
Yeah, Naga could work. Maybe a Bane.
Oh, yeah.
I think the sleep is actually pretty good, and the Fiend Script is really strong against all of these heroes. And even the Enfeeble is pretty strong against Legion and Gyrocopter. So yeah, I think Bane could work, but it's really more important as to how does Vega want to run these lanes, right? Do they want to run a passive lane? Do they want to run, as you said early on, do they want to run a dual off lane with a Doom? I don't really think that either Bane or Ancient Apparition is really strong in a dual lane together with the Doom, so it kind of depends on how they want to lane it.
Yeah, that's true as well, I guess. I think that with Pasha on his Ember Spirit, you do want to give him some free farm time, so doing your regular defensive trialing up at top, have someone stacking, pulling, having, you know, the AA actually controlling the lane and harassing out there is going to be pretty good. But it's tough. Maybe you want to have a Witch Doctor or something to couple up with the AA. Just the fact that I don't think he alone can deal with a dual lane that's up there, if there is one. So you're kind of hedging your bets and going to go for offlane Mag Beastmaster. Wait, well, I feel like this is the way to go. Wait until the very last pick for that final support, just to kind of, you know, feel out where Power Rangers are going with this.
At the same time, though, you run the risk of potentially losing a really good support in this ban stage right now, or even in the pig phase, because Power Rangers also. Wait, who's gonna pick first? I always forget who's doing the last stage.
Don't ask me questions like this.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, still, you run the risk of just Power Rangers banning out a really good support at this point. So maybe, especially since 2 or 3 good supports have already been banned out from Power Rangers' side, right? So this is something that you have to consider when you pick it like this. Just to point out the Beastmaster, it could be mid, to be honest.
That's true.
I think I'd rather run the Beastmaster mid and then the Doom off lane and then the Ember Spirit safe. I think this fits Vega Squadron more. Okay.
So Beastmaster mid, yeah, that could work that way. And Beastmaster, obviously, I was looking at the Broodmother and thinking, hey, that's one of Mag's best heroes right now. But Beastmaster, Raw, Ice Blast. Then you've got the AA Ember Spirit combo, which this used to be the big thing for like tier 2 teams back in the sort of start of the year, end of last year, was Ember Spirit plus AA, and then you'd like have a Darkseer or a Treant or something like that, and you'd have the Lawnmower. It was literally called the Lawnmower. CIS team sort of picked it up as well, and you run at people with Flame Guard, Ion Shell, launch the Ice Blast out, you've got global initiation, plenty of magical damage, and tons of ways to kill heroes who are usually pretty elusive. You know, Legion Commander and Wind Ranger both have movement speed steroid spells that allow them to run away from danger. But if you've got these guys, you know, chainsing and throwing out these long-range projectiles, it's difficult to get yourself out of there. Now, Power Rangers, they need a final support themselves. What do you reckon?
It's a really good point. I think they need something a bit more aggressive. I mean, you have the Dazzle already, which is like a really good defensive support, but I think you need something to set things up, like an Earthshaker, for example. Oh, never mind. They just go Enigma.
I feel that is very risky.
I agree. I don't think the Enigma is that strong here.
But
it makes your laning greedy.
I don't think so. Like, I want to come back to what you said earlier. Vega Squadron, Doom, greedy. Ember Spirit, greedy. Beastmaster, he needs, you know, a decent amount of time to get to level 6. And then he wants his Necrobook. He is relatively greedy. He does like to farm a lot on the Beastmaster. Then AA is a really greedy support, you know? You need the Ice Blast up, you need to hit your level 6 timing, you need to get into Midas, Aghanims, whatever you want to go for there. So their final support has to be something, you know, so open, just giving wards and couriers and throwing stuff out there. But it's going to be a silencer. Now, I think that Enigma can, in the first 15 minutes, help push down towers with focus fire. With the magic damage they've got lots of early fighting here. Black Hole, ultimates, just chuck everything at Vega Squadron. If it doesn't stick for the first 20 minutes, and Vega get themselves up and running, and hit the ground without falling face first into it, I think they could have a good chance here.
And yeah, good point, definitely. I definitely didn't really think too much about the whole Enigma pressuring towers part. But yeah, Vega, they opt to go for a different setup or a different distribution. It is going to be no one on the Ember after all, so that means Mag will pick up the Beastmaster. I just thought that, I mean, I guess this is a good thing about Vega and even like a few other teams, for example, like Liquid, where just because you pick up the Ember Spirit doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be mid lane, strictly mid lane or strictly safe lane, because both No One and Pasha can play like a really mean Ember Spirit.
Yeah, that was my problem. I think of Ember Spirit, and instantly my brain goes to Pasha. Just because he was, you know, Phantom Lancer and Ember Spirit, he was the guy that was playing these 3 or 4 months, well, you know, 1 or 2 months before everybody else really started to pick it up. He was the real pioneer for those 2 heroes, so it really does come to mind. Now, Tron, Gyrocopter down on bottom lane. J4 and Bignum going to be your supports, Enigma and Dazzle. And then Arise, obviously going to be your mid lane Wind Ranger. Up at top, Cheshire Cat looks like he's all alone up there. As that's Legion Commander. Take a look at this dire side. Straight through into the jungle. Mag on his pretty signature Beastmaster nowadays. You know, the 20-minute Necro 3 we've kind of expected from him every single game. Solo AA, No One on the Ember Spirit. Seema playing his Silencer, and Pasha on that Doom. Not going to find anyone though. But they can ward up this jungle. They've got plenty of sentries, observer wards. Just get them down. Stop the Enigma from having that free farm.
It's definitely something that you want to do. Just prevent Enigma from really taking off. Because the Enigma is, after all, the fastest jungler in the game. So, 2 wards coming up. I'm actually surprised they didn't drop down more. Often you just see like even 2 sentries committed to making... Oh, Arise.
Oh, hello? Last word is out, but I don't have the damage to kill him off the boars. Oh, they've got the boar head onto Bignum, and he's going to take Grave level 1. Not something you really want to do, but they forced it in. They forced his hand, and they got a good amount of damage onto Arise as well. So already through his first shared tango, he has to bring himself out of salve, I'm guessing. Stout Shield's going to Cheshire Cat, but it's going to be sold, and then come on, salve. Arise. I guess he didn't get the bounty or anything, so with the null double branches, he doesn't have enough money for it.
Yeah, Vega wasted actually a lot of time, or both teams actually wasted a lot of time here. I mean, Pasha is maybe missing half his wave, depending on how Cheshire Cat plays it. But yeah. How do you rate this mid lane? I think this is something that you should be looking out for, because I personally think that Windrunner should own this lane, or at least win it.
The Ember Spirit hits these really weird power spikes that, you know, if you're caught off guard, the Wind Ranger can get solo killed here. It depends on the runes a lot. In a vacuum, I think, yes, Wind Ranger should win. The Poor Man's Shield makes it a little bit more difficult to get the hits in and, you know, chip away at his HP. But the fact he's got Salve, pool tangos, and his own tangos as Cheshire Cat should be okay up there. But maybe not. Whoa, and Snare is thrown out. And he's still fine. But yeah, the fact he's got so much pooled regen, and Arise missed out on Rune and had to waste that initial shared tango, I feel like it actually swings towards the Ember Spirit just because of that initial fight. You know, maybe in that vacuum the Wind Ranger would win, but obviously Dota 2, there's more heroes involved, and one of those heroes is Enigma, finding out that, you know, 1 camp, 2 camps, 3 camps, all blocked up, so he's got to head over to the medium camp far east, all the way from the large camp, and that's a good 15 seconds wasted there, and it's going to be even more, as he really can't transition from camp to camp, and he didn't buy sentries. I saw his gold when they went into their jungle. He had 350. He had enough to buy sentries and go and de-ward everything, but he wants to rush into the Soul Ring. Yeah,
I think he sort of like felt safe that just that one large camp was not blocked, and he just didn't want to go for the sentries, but instead go for the early Soul Ring, which I think he almost has actually. Yeah, he's just missing the recipe. Actually, he has it, you know. So I think this is fine for him. I mean, yeah, it's only 2 camps, but I like this from Vega actually. They block the camp in a way that if he wants to farm, he has to like walk really, really, really far.
It is from one side of the jungle to the other. I wonder if it's worth like smoking and going into the enemy jungle. Cause you know that there's not going to be a massive amount of stacking being done because Silencer has to deal with the Legion up at top. The trades that have been happening here, Cheshire Cat has been winning out more often than not. Scorched Earth is, of course, keeping Pasha alive up here. But the Cheshire Cat Legion is doing a ton of damage and is, in fact, leading in last hits. 4 up on that Doom, while down at bot, what's actually happening? AA and Beastmaster against your Dazzle and your Gyro. Big Num and Tron. They've got good damage between them, magic and physical. But it's just the annoyance, like, it's the flick of the switch, right, from this Vega dual lane, where there's double boars, there's axes, and then the chilling touch that comes down. Slow you down with the Vortex and boars, and the deny on one of them. Solo takes it out of the hands of the Gyrocopter. But it's equally there for Tron as he goes straight on in. But look at this damage come back into him. Mag turns and fights. The Grave is there, and Mag should die before he gets the counter kill, but Solo, one hit. No, stick charges, turn back around, and Tron's gonna get it! Just in time. Well, actually, no, not just in time. Solo was just in time as he killed off the Gyrocopter before he dropped himself.
That is not something you want to have happen if you're Vega. I mean, they're already investing 2 heroes to this lane to make sure that this Beastmaster Mag is like hitting it off really good. But yeah, this is just not good. Like, they didn't even need a rotation from the Enigma. If you see a kill happening on the safe lane with an Enigma, you usually expect, okay, Enigma is point. Oh,
Solo, you're in a little bit of trouble here. Mag comes in with a boar. Tron, flat cannon's ready. 3 hits, is it? 1, 2. Oh, he's not going to find it. Solo hides himself in the trees. Flat cannon still flies across, but Tron turns the fight onto Mag. In comes Seema. And Tron, need the hits in. The chilling touch is out. But Enigma says hello with the demonic conversions and the Midnight Pulse. They've got a 2-for-1 again. Tron has died twice here, but it's just that assertion of dominance that they're getting on this lane, making damn sure that Vega don't get the upper hand. And forcing rotation from the Silencer.
And again, they're investing so much into this lane, yet they keep on losing. This is not looking good for Vega, especially since, because they invested so much, they basically left Pasha dead.
Oh, really? Oh, he's fine. He's okay. He turns back and no!
What? Why? I think he could have. Wait, what's his movement speed?
340.
Okay, he would have died probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like you said, they leave Cheshire Cat alone up here up against the Doom, and Cheshire Cat has always been getting the better of these trades. He's getting the moment of courage procs every now and then, but it's this overwhelming odds. The damage it does up against this Doom, it's pretty insane. Middle lane though, Ember Spirit, he's doing decently against the Wind Ranger. Again, this is winning your lane. Ember Spirit is doing well, is not expected. So Rise, time to step things up with the focus fire, level 1 shackle shot. Once he hits level 7, it gets 2 in the shackle. That's when you can open it up. That's when you can really let it rip onto this Ember. Maybe with a little help from someone like the Enigma once he hits 6, but that's still a decent way away.
Yeah. They have a really nice ward here, but unfortunately it hasn't really done anything for Vega. Like this mid ward, I really like this actually because it rarely gets dewarded, and it provides you with enough vision, but it hasn't really paid off so far. And in general, like the vision is running out on both sides for both sides right now. And I think, actually no, Arise just dropped the word. But yeah, I think this is actually indicative of which team is going to be more impressive in the next few minutes. Just the team that has the more vision, because I think especially if you're Vega, you kind of want to do something as soon as you hit like a crucial level. Say Doom hits level 6 or that gank here from No One right now.
Oh, they've missed it. I think you can remnant across, but you're not going to find him. Cheshire Cat's already backed himself away. But this Star Observer ward up on the high ground, I feel that it's just allowed No One to play that little more aggressively up against the Wind Ranger. You get in there with the last hits, you can allow your poor man's shield to do the work for you, as No One just walks straight past the tier 1 tower, not a care in the world. But you know where the Enigma is, you know where smokes are coming, and here's another one. They're going to be watching again for, smokes rotations up to this top lane, because they need to keep Pasha safe up here. Died once already in a 1v1, and they know that bot lane, they know what bot lane's going to be doing, right? You turn on Ring of Bastion on the Gyrocopter. Once he gets it, it's on its way. Once you get that...
Please look at Solo.
Oh yeah, Cliff Jungle. He's legit.
Yeah, he's... I'm pretty sure that I'm not pretty sure. Oh,
No One. Get the chains down, but Cheshire Cat tanky as all hell. It's going to walk it off.
But yeah, there was a team, I'm not sure, I think Solo was actually on that team, but there was a team that actually found a way to Cliff Jungle with Magnus on the dire side. You skier up onto the cliff, that very same camp that Solo was farming. You skier up onto the cliff and then you farm because Magnus has like, I don't know, or there's like a spot where you can hit creeps and they don't hit you back.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that have, like, it started as a YouTube video that was on Reddit or something, but the one that I saw, you bought Quelling Blade and you went on power level 1, because you can cut through these trees. You can just cut through those trees before the camp spawns, and you can stand up here and just cleave through them with Empower, and it automatically stacks the camp if you hit them at the right time, as long as there's no satyrs or something like that. But you can hit and run across, so it all works out in the end. Now, yeah, Vega know exactly what bot lane's going to be doing. Tron wants to farm, and when he realizes that there's no one here to stop him from farming, he'll start pushing into the tower. So tier 1 at bot should drop. That's why they're putting a lot of emphasis up on the top and the middle lane, which is where all their wards are coming out. Keep Pasha safe, allow no one to farm towards the middle lane. Mag is going to be okay down here. He's not going to be in too much trouble, and if he dies, he dies. It's not a big deal. But you need to be very wary of situations like this, where no one is being spied upon by the peeping Tom. Arise, shackle shot. He's trying to line it up, but no one. Oh, no. No.
Really?
That's not going to work. And now look at this, no one just turns on him. The Flame Guard and Chains takes Arise down to half HP or lower. And J4's been scouted. The Enigma with his level 7 now. Black Hole is up, but no opportunity to use it. It's difficult.
I'm surprised Arise didn't just go to the back of the creep wave and try to focus it with the range creep, because the range creep moves much less than any melee creep. Oh, no one? Nah, he should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. But yeah, I think if you do that kind of stuff, you'd almost always want to do it with the range creep, because the range creep doesn't move as much as the melee creeps. So that was kind of weird. But Vega kind of like resorted to some sort of like passive stale phase. I think they realize now, okay guys, let's farm up first. We need a few levels on our heroes, because Power Rangers kind of won the laning stage in like 2 lanes.
They also know that if Tron is allowed to do 1 of 3 things, which is farm jungle camps and stacks and build things up pretty quickly like that, push tier 1 tower, or TP and gank, then they can rack themselves up a pretty immense lead very quickly. But they've already stopped 2, if not 3 of those things from happening. Tron can't move towards stacks too safely because he knows Mag's going to get farmed down here, so he has to stay on the lane. He can't really push into this tower because of the reaction potential out from, Ember Spirit. The AA is getting closer and closer to level 6, so they know that's happening, and he can't TP up to top to fight. Well, he can, but this Observer Ward will spot him out. So Cheshire Cat probably knows that there's, something iffy going on here, and he's sitting very defensively behind his tier 1.
Okay, Darker, before you look, okay? You don't look, just keep your camera wherever it is. What would you go? Oh, goddammit! What item would you go on an Enigma?
I'd go for a Midas, I don't know why this comes to mind, but I think Midas is going to be. Oh, what's that on the courier? Has he bought? Enigma went for a Midas. No way! I'm a genius, honestly. No, I do this in pubs a lot, honestly. I like Midas on Enigma, and I think that, you were just mentioning, Vega have gone for a kind of a stale, static, we're going to sit here and farm for a while. We don't want to fight, so we're going to try and dodge as much as we can. And with Global Silence, with remnants from Ember Spirit, there are quite a few mobile heroes out there that are difficult to catch. So you've hit this period where you're waiting for Legion Blink, you're waiting for the Gyrocopter to go and flash farm through his camps and build up Helm of the Dominator, S and Y. So you've definitely got a space of 10 minutes where, Midas can pay for and boost you up to level 11 and get into your next big item a little bit faster. But hang on a second. This isn't what I was expecting from Vega, and I don't think Power Rangers were expecting it either. They dive behind the tier 1, and no one goes straight into the middle of them. There's no cooldown just yet, because no one is hasted up, running back and forth. Gets a slight down onto Tron, but the rest of his team, because the Ice Blast didn't hit, they didn't dive under.
Very smart lane ward or observer ward caught the rotation coming in. Vega actually dropped a sentry just to see if there was a lane ward, but it was unfortunately out of range, so Power Rangers was fully aware of what was coming to them, so that was pretty good. Vega was probably just, I don't know, for a rotation like that, he usually expend a smoke, and I just checked, they do have their smoke still, so I'm not sure why they didn't use it. Because that is actually a lot of time wasted, because there was a haste rune on an Ember Spirit, and time he could have used farming and maybe dying here.
Ice Blast lands on J4, and is he going to tick over to this? 138, 130. I don't think he does die, but he gets graved anyway. He wouldn't have died.
He wouldn't have died. Yeah, it was actually pretty close.
But still.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with this decision from Power Rangers though, because yeah, he said, yeah, sure, Vega's resorted to this passive farming now, and then they, you know, kind of play along with it by just maximizing on their farm and items and whatnot. But I feel like if the Enigma just goes something like a mech, they can just pressure towers early on. This tier 1 bottom, even though Power Rangers, Tron, he's dead.
2 ultis, 3 ultis. Tron is still tanking through it like a boss. And they've got the weave and the grave. He's fine. He actually gets himself away. Now Mag with the minus armor up on him. Big dummy. He wants to get in there with a power shot. Arise snipes him from long range. And maybe they go, oh, what? No! Arise shackles through the creep wave onto Solo. They don't go in for it, but holy shit, Arise. Okay, there we go. On point. 30 minutes in, suddenly destroying people.
I swear it's always easier to hit those difficult shackles.
It's because you just throw it and you don't expect it to hit. It's just like, yeah, well, I'm just going to throw it out there. Whereas the calculated ones, it's like, okay, I'm going to line this up. I'm going to get this straight onto this angle and it's going to hit per. Oh, shit, I missed.
Yeah, pretty much. But nah, just coming back to my point, I feel like they could have pressured the towers more. I mean, look at the safe lane tower, or like, look at the tier 1 bottom on the dire side. Even though our Power Rangers definitely won that safe lane, like pretty hard actually, they didn't scratch the tower much, right? And I feel like they're just giving too much space for Vega to sort of like come back into this game. Because if you just look at net worth, yeah, sure, the 3 cores or like 3 of the cores from Power Rangers are in the top 4 or top 5. But at the same time, you're playing against a Doom and an Ember Spirit, and you give like this Ember Spirit really. Nah, he's fine.
I feel like this comes back to what I was saying before about how Vega gave Power Rangers limited options in what they could do. And also the fact that AA and Silencer, sure they haven't had too much progression in terms of levels for the past, 2 or 3 minutes or so, but they got their level 6s, pretty quick, at a decent time, right? Oh, he's dead. Shackle, not going to latch. He gets stunned up a little bit and the duel should finish him off. Winner for Cheshire Cat. Comes the remnants though, triple spam out, and J4, he's got his Soul Ring Black Hole. No one has walked into the middle of this. Seema gets his curse out, but losing your 2 cores there for nothing. Risky play, and I don't think they're going to get anything in return. Maybe they kill J4. He doesn't dodge the Ice Blast, and he gets taken out. Bot lane. Oh, can they catch? Arise, Rawn. He can't get the shackle, and the TP out from Mag. Shackle shot. Is it going to be in time? Just about. Gets it. The last second.
Radiant's bottom tower is
okay, I'm not quite sure why no one had to die there.
No.
I think the other 2 deaths are like Mag, yeah, he probably was dead anyway, so I guess that was a good attempt. But Pasha, no one just went in. See, I do it as well. I see Ember, I think of Pasha. But yeah.
Is Seema dead here? Oh yeah, that's another win.
Blade mail. That's a blade mail, dude.
There we go, the proc at the end. Yeah, he just, literally, he just went in. There was no reason, there was no recourse, there's really nothing that could follow through onto the triple remnants. It's a good amount of damage, but without a TP from your Mag Beastmaster, without anything else to follow up on it. Like, Global Silence is now off cooldown, but they didn't have it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
By the way, Tron, with a really, standard item build, but I just wanted to talk about it anyway, goes for the Helm of the Dominator and starts stacking this Ancient Cam. Sure, killing Ancient stacks with Gyrocopter has been nerfed, but still, it is very much a viable strategy, even though his pull fails right now.
Do you know why it failed?
Because of the stupid lizard.
Yeah, you dumb piece of shit, Ancient Thunderhide. Like, what the hell is your problem? And like okay, now the rage creep goes and is like, screw you, Ancient Thunderhide. I'm gonna get my revenge, and then he dies.
Speaking of dead people, oh no, never mind. Cheshire Cat just runs away.
Jungle and entry camps are just super bugged, like the skeletons from the Dark Troll summoner.
Oh god!
I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you.
It's so annoying when you have like, I don't know. For example, you play Darkseer and you kill the camp slowly with your Iron Shell, and then you want to stack it just before you want to stack it, but then there's like a skeleton. No. I'm just staying here. This is my home now.
Yeah. Hey up, Arise. Nice chains into Ice Blast, and with the remnants, this is gonna get them a kill. There's no turn back here. And Big Num. Wait, did he TP in? I guess he didn't have time to grave, because he was
I think the range was just not just wasn't there.
Yeah, level 2 grave, not too great. With 4 points in heal, and this is where Vega say, you know what? We're gonna take a tower. Tier 1 gets shipped away, but the glyph still available for Power Rangers. And in comes Cheshire Cat. How's he looking, actually? 900 away from his Blink Dagger. So it went for the Blade Mail first. Obviously, we saw that up at top against the Silencer. But I'm guessing Blink, you could even maybe go for a Shadow Blade.
Ooh, that could be good, actually. Just looking at the supports, they're rather squishy. I mean, if you find Solo, but actually Solo just bought an urn. He's not too squishy. Where's this money coming from, Solo? This cliff jungling is actually so effective. Like, he has half a mech.
I honestly don't know. And it's kind of interesting that he's even going for mech, right? I mean, we see it sometimes from your AAs, but more often than not, Ancient Apparition is the hero that sits on a lane. He kind of pseudo split pushes, you know, he just A-clicks creeps to get himself golden experience and throws his ult out across the map. But here, it's more like a battling Ancient Apparition with mech and urn, getting himself into the thick of things. Arise, slight chains. Hey, hang on, how do they see him? A slight, I guess the smoke popped and no one realized, hang on, there's someone hiding in the trees. Let's catch him out. So no glyph available for this tower, but there's a trade-off going up on top. So Power Rangers will go 1 for 1. The two side lane towers going to go down for each other.
Ah, but they did get a kill though, so it's definitely going into their favor. And also, I mean, just in general, if you look at towers, there's like 2 for 2. They're 2 for 2 in terms of towers. But Vega also denied the one in the middle. So also the tier 1 bottom on the Radiant side is much more important than the tier 1 top for the Radiant for the Dire, just because if you're Radiant, you have access to the jungle of the Dire anyway. But if you're a Dire, this one is actually really important in terms of like access to the jungle, I feel so. And also Vega transitions this into Roshan push, Roshan just in general. So
let's go and push Roshan over.
Yeah. Now, yeah, this is really good. They can't even defend top. Yeah, top's not even in danger.
That was going to be my question as well. Would the tier 2 at top even be... Whoa, okay. Arise. Gets himself a cheeky little pick off there, but no one. The chain's not on the mark. And I didn't want to throw the Doom out onto the Wind Ranger just there. But tier 2 up at top will fall. But do you think this is worth it for Roshan? Having Aegis on your Ember Spirit and having them, you know, all with their ultimates up, can you go and take a fight now?
Doesn't really look like Vega wants to, at least not now. I think you can regroup after everybody's healed up and like after Solo's back, and I think then you can try to fight or try to look to take a tower again.
Is Enigma making a Hex? Or Lincoln's, I guess, for the Doom and Raw.
Probably, yeah. Lincoln's is really good here. I don't think Hex is that good here.
But there's global. Like there's Raw and Doom, and I guess there's only 2 spells, 3, that pop the Lincolns outside of big ultimates, right? There's Cold Feet, Last Word, and Level Death. There's not another one. No.
No, that's it.
And they're all decent cooldowns, you know, you can't just spam them out, so I guess Lincoln's is pretty good. But global, still going to ruin your day if you're that Enigma.
Yeah, technically you want a BKB, but the black hole itself is not necessarily like the biggest strength of the Enigma, I feel. If anything, the threat of the black hole is something that you're really worried about. And the thing I like, what I really hate always about going BKB on Enigma, especially against global, is that you can even get silenced while you have BKB on, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. If anything, he'd need Greaves or something. I don't know. Yeah, actually, he should have gone Greaves instead of Midas. Screw Midas, dude.
It's so rough because the Silencer, he is going to be waiting for the Enigma. I don't feel that there's too much credence in waiting for, you know, to stop Dazzle Grave or stop the Wind Ranger casting spells unless you know you're in a really rough position where Legion jumps in or Wind Ranger jumps in and, you know, gets to start off with the Shackle or the Duel, and you know you need to global to save that target and run away and reset. Oh, Cheshire Cat. Oh, the Duel's not there. Gets blocked in by the creeps, and now a little bit stuck. He did go for the Shadow Blade, but he's still going to get caught here. Difficult to escape from this one, my friend. Chains dispels it out, but the damage is still there from Vega. That was almost on par with the Ember Spirit diving up top.
But I have to say he made some space in terms of getting those trees cut down so that Ward gets more vision.
I hate you sometimes.
But that's actually pretty cool, the fact that it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that Ward in general is actually pretty good, I think, because it usually is, you know, to rotate to scout out rotations or smoke ganks or whatever. But now it like gives even more vision. It's actually pretty good.
Never going to get deboarded either. Now, what are we seeing from Tron? You're going to buy something big? Manta style. Okay. So he doesn't want to get popped out by the global silence either. He get out of the chains. But Vega still have this sort of overbearing, we have these spells and you don't have anything to deal with it yet. They've hit this timing where I said, you know, Power Rangers, their lineups, it's going to be good pressuring towers, it's going to be good in the first 20 minutes. But if, what are my words? If Vega can hit the ground without face palming or without falling flat on their face at the 20-minute mark, then I think that the game is theirs. And that's the stage we're at now. I really don't see a way that Vega lose this without some serious mistakes. Because you've got good money on your no-1 Ember Spirit. Oh, God. Okay, what happened down at bot? Because I missed that completely. I thought they all bailed.
Yeah, no, Doom was just like, hey, guys, I'm going to take this tower by myself, and I'm just going to... I don't know, he stayed. I have no idea why. It's a bit too greedy, definitely. And then he just got Shadow Bladed and dueled, so that was a free kill.
And a free duel win. More damage out for Cheshire Cat. J4, come on. What's that? Okay, that's Tron's. For a second there, I thought the Enigma was making Scardy or something. Double ultimate orb, I got worried. I got super worried. Blink over on Arise's Wind Ranger, so Maelstrom blink. No Aghanims, no crit. We'll see where he goes with this from there. But,
what I don't like about this build from Arise, though, is the fact that he's so squishy. You can see how easily he actually died, quite frankly. There's so much burst potential coming out from the Vega team, so I don't know how I feel about this. I don't like it necessarily. It's sort of like a glass cannon build, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You don't have any stats, do you? Yeah, you've got nothing to tank you up over in the Radiant Jungle. Tron, bye-bye. Doom takes him out with the help of no one chasing him out.
Yeah, top lane looks like Solo is dead.
No, he's fine. This is the weirdest thing, though, because, like I said, with the mech urn, he is hiding in the trees. What utility do you get out of it? Oh, J4. J4, you're aggressively farming the jungle. You've got no blink, you've got no mech, and you don't have your Lincolns yet. So roar into death with the shackle shot onto no one. Arise. He's got no blink for 7 seconds. It was honestly risky. If they had anyone that could actually follow through and stun him up, you know, a chains even, would allow the rest of the team to come in.
Oh, big Doom. There's no stun.
Level death. There is. With the level death, he's got it. Claps him down with that Hellbear smash. And Big Num losing his life as well. He gets the Hawk. That's worth it. That's worth it. 60 gold. A little bit of experience.
Mid lane, though.
What's
nice shackle.
Seema. No one. I guess there's no more shackles, right? Duel already used.
Lost his Aegis.
Oh, you're right. But he's got Battle Fury.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good form. Like, he caught up really nicely. If you think about it, Arise was actually ahead of him. I think like 1.5k at some point. Oh, the sack.
Oh,
everything but the stack.
No, and they're going to catch Tron as well. They've got Remnant across, blink forward. It's pass against the clap and the hit down onto the gyrocopter. Dead to one swipe. And over on the side, Emma Spirit. Oh, back to mid. Back to me again. Mid tier 1 still standing, but doesn't look like Vega wants to really commit into this. So they'll take the stack, which there's not much left. Just a couple of big dragons, that Thunderhide lizard that kind of ruined everyone's day. And no one clears this out pretty easily. Hawk gives them vision as well of J4 walking across. Hey, come on. Gives away a free dragon. Oh no, he misses the chains. He tried to slide chains, but he missed out on it still with the Ice Blast. J4, yeah, dead. Ice Blast hits with the Grave is there. Now the Global Silence comes down, so he can't Black Hole or anything. Arise is doomed up and on the run out. Looks like he should be able to make his escape as he's not dying just yet. Remnant across towards the middle lane. His Cheshire Cat is caught. No mana for chains though. No one can't stop him in his tracks. Let's take a look at that. Blink forward on the Doom. Scorched Earth is there with a sleight of fist cleave. And Power Rangers just losing hero after hero.
It was just an elaborate bait. Like, there was just like, yeah, we're not even gonna take these last hit. Like, they traded that one dragon for 2 heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
3. I guess 2, because Gyro died first, right?
Yeah, Gyro died like ages ago. So yeah, Vega, they're looking really strong. Like, all of their heroes basically have the items that they want. Necro 3 up on Mag. Solo, does he even go Aghanims? I've seen him do this before, not even going for the Aghanims, but instead going for this, like, actually useful stuff for his team and stuff. I mean, not that Aghanims isn't useful, but, you know. going for like mech and stuff.
Why not finish Greaves? Like 4 staff would be nice, I guess, for dual shackle shot, things like that. But if he's got this amount of money, Greaves, you just finish them up and be pretty happy. No one, 1600 gold. I'm pretty sure you just go for the big old, you know, hard-hitting crit build. Nice D-ward though from Big Gnome. Gonna take out that Observer ward, but things are looking a little bit rough here for Power Rangers. Tron, his farming has been good, honestly. He's got 10,000 net worth. But the Doom, just piling on with all that Devour money.
And I like his skill build as well, going for this, all of this armor with the Shiva's Guard and the Vlads. It's really good for his team because, I mean, I pointed it out early on, right, that his supports are really squishy. They definitely need this sort of like armor from him coming out. I kind of would have wanted to see him build an AC, but I guess the Shiva's Guard is just, it's just good additional burst damage as well. And I mean, the aura is also pretty nice, I guess.
Yeah, get the slowdown onto people. But I agree, against Flat Cannon, Focus Fire, and all its physical damage, even the Weave, you know, the minus armor from that's going to be super annoying. So,
now that you pointed it out, oh, dead.
He's dead. The rest of the team's coming in, though. Cheshire Cat, Shadow Blades away. No one gonna find him. Clears up the Eidolons. Close. Cheshire Cat's Shadow Blade's going to wear off in like 3 seconds' time. They're not going to hunt him down, though. They just want to shove this lane as hard as they can.
Do you think he went for the Shiva's Guard because of his mana issues? Because now that you pointed it out, I do think that AC is better in almost every aspect. But I guess if you want more mana, and he's been using a lot of creep spells this game actually, like Clap, even the net from the Troll. But even the net from the Troll. Do you think it's just his mana issues?
Yeah, it's usually why you, like, even in the early stages, we've seen a lot of people go for that the little troll with the mana regen. The healing troll, just because he has serious mana issues. He does get a little bit better as the game goes on, obviously, because his skills don't become massively mana intensive, but I think it's mainly to do with chasing. You know, when you look at Vega, they're good at counter-initiating and chasing. When Power Rangers initiate with Shackle Shot, with Duel, they jump in, Black Hole, and Vega basically want to turn things back around and, you know, say, hang on a second, we've got Global Silence, Roar, Doom, Ice Blast, and then the fight turns sour for Power Rangers. They've got 2 choices, turn and fight, or turn and run. And I think more often than not, they're going to try and turn and run, or turn and TP with the Grave out from Dazzle, and maybe some Focus Fire down from the Wind Ranger. So, you know, it all sort of adds up, you know, mana issues, the armor's good, and then giving you chasing power. It's just the sort of better all-round items than focusing on that AC defensiveness. I'm going to save the rest of my team from flak.
Yeah, good point. No one is actually not going for the crit build. He's going for the Manta style first. Oh. Just, I guess it's a Manta style, or maybe it's maybe it's Scotty, I guess. But I thought maybe just I don't know. I actually like Manta on Ember Spirit. I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, Scotty's probably the better build just for the stats.
Like Manta style, I only really like on Ember Spirit when you have to dispel something. When there's, you know, Global or Ancient Seal, something like that, then, you know, Manta is the item. But in a situation like this where it's 30 minutes in, like, Manta style isn't, you know, a tier 3, tier 4 item for me. It's kind of that, well, I build Yasha, I build Ultimate Orb, and then, oh, hey, look, I've got illusions. My illusions are kind of okay, but they're kind of meh. Whereas Skadi is, you know, slowing everyone, again, chasing power, tankiness, and it's just a little bit better. Oh, God. Cheshire Cat, he was looking for it, but the TV down to bot lane here from no one. Scouted out by the Legion Commander, and everyone just blinks themselves away.
Actually, we're both wrong. It's a Lincoln's.
Oh, really?
Huh. I mean, he has a Ring of Health. I don't know.
Shackle Shot? Shackle Shot and Duel?
Focus Fire?
I think it's Shackle Shot and Duel. Like, the 2 big lockdown spells there.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'm like...
Homing Missile.
Yeah, this is definitely not a lineup that you go Lincolns against, I feel like. I don't think the Duel alone is worth it, just because technically they can also... If anything, if I was Power Rangers, I'd Duel the Doom, right? And unless Donon always puts it on the Doom... Oh, Arise, you're dead.
Oh, there's no escape from that, is there? Honestly. Pasha still has his Doom and a Blink as well. The cooldown is going to be pretty off the mark there. They just jump themselves forward. J4, he can Black Hole, but he's all alone. He's got no one else to save him. There's no turning, there's no fighting. It's all run and hide. As Cheshire Cat does get the duel to Pasha, but he can't die. He just survives through it all. Solo with the Greaves, you're right, just cleans everything up. It makes everyone nice and healthy again. There's no one wants to continue the advance forward onto Cheshire Cat, but they'll just back themselves up and go into Roshan. There's nothing stopping them now. You know, if they want to, Power Rangers can buy back to stop this Roshan. And honestly, I think they need to win this game. Like, letting yourselves respawn here and defending your base, sure, it's probably safer, but I don't think it's game winning.
Yeah, agreed. I will have to say, I don't know what J4 was doing there. He actually Lincolns the Legion instead of the Gyrocopter. Maybe he was just panicking, but I think if you have the decision, or if you have the choice between a Legion and a Gyrocopter who, by the way, is insanely farmed, I think you always Lincolns up the Gyrocopter. I mean, even if that means that your Legion is going to be doomed, I think that the Gyrocopter being doomed actually was so important in that game, because, or in that fight, because he couldn't use flat cannon.
Couldn't do too much at all. And okay, no one has a DD rune.
Oh god.
Favorite rune of the old Ember Spirit, especially at this stage of the game. Up at top, Cheshire Cat. Shadowblade at the ready with his boots of travel. Oh wow, okay.
He wants one of these support. Ah, never mind. TP's down. Wants mag after all, but yeah, it's difficult for him. I mean, I think we both agreed on that the Shadowblade's actually a good pickup, but unfortunately he hasn't really been able to find a pickoff. I think he only found like 1 or 2 pickups with the Shadowblade, and quite frankly, I feel like in the game like this, it's not really enough. I'm actually not sure if he found 2. I think he found 1, and that's it.
They're gonna find the Hawk again. Big Num, come on. There's 2. There's 2. You can't get one of them. Poor little guy, Pasha. No blink available. And the Shackle Shot's gonna land. Yeah, you're right, Pasha. Held in place, but this Scorched Earth is healing him up and keeping him healthy. It doesn't last for too much longer, and with this dual damage with the Blade Mail out from Cheshire Cat, they all finish him off. Nice little bit of damage there. Added on to that Legion Commander's tally, but I don't know. A bit of gold. Nice little kill. But what does it mean in the long run they can take a tier 2? Because they're actually already losing out on the trade. Like, they're 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, and there's also a glyph up for the Dire, so... Yeah, but at the same time, I think if you're Power Rangers at this point, you definitely take this trade. Just because it means so much more to you. Oh, nope, they're not going to find Mag. If anything, Mag is just wasting their time right now. Cheshire Cat.
Oh, he's found Mag. Come on. No?
It's on cooldown, the duel.
No. Oh. No.
It's very unfortunate timing.
That's not what you want. And they're going to get scattered on the retreat as well.
They see Mag. They see Mag. They could turn it around.
Well, Mag sees them. That's the trouble. They actually use the Midnight Pulse to scout out the Hawk and kill it off, but J4's already caught. He can turn a black hole, but it's already over. He's dead. The TP's out from the rest of his team. Hang on a second. I have a question for you. And I think you know what's coming. Have we seen a black hole this game?
Ooh, yeah. We have seen one. It was Top. He solo black holed. I think it was no one after he triple remnant in.
Ah, yeah, you're right. We have seen one. 34 minutes and we've seen one black hole.
Yeah, but that's really the issue. He hasn't really found the opportunity to really get one. And by the way, Mag triggered the Lincolns, or popped the Lincolns with his Necro book, with one of the Necronomicons, the one that has the mana burn. So yeah, Lincolns may or may not be useless.
May or may not.
I mean, in the long run, yeah, it may or may not be useless just because Mag is just really good at his micro.
Oh god, the Ice Blast hits and they're both screwed. Arise can come in with a Shackle Shot, but the Global's there. Arise can't cast a single damn thing. The Grave is on the Tron already, but no one diving into the thick of things, and there's no buybacks on anyone. There are no buybacks available for anyone at all. And look at that. No one knows the timings of it all. Sleight of fist to dodge out the Shackle Shot. He's still got Aegis as well.
He's still not even popping it. But yeah, this is... Again, I don't want to call it too soon because, you know, you don't want to flame anybody, but this is probably GG.
Honestly, I called it 15 minutes ago. You know,
Yeah.
I called it during the draft. If it goes past 20 where Power Rangers don't have a significant lead, and no, they really didn't. 7,500 at 20 minutes in isn't a massive lead, and then it just all went downhill from there. Like the 20-minute mark, it just got crumbled down by Vega, and they're going to take the first lane of racks here. 36 minutes in. They might even kill off J4. Good combo of spells, and Lincoln's there. I don't know what popped his Lincolns, but...
It was a level death.
Okay.
I just saw the Doom being on cooldown. I was like, did he actually use the Doom? But no, he didn't. Yeah, I think this just comes back to Power Rangers not applying as much pressure as they probably should have. And ARCADE, did they see him? They don't have a they do have a Gemma Mag.
He gets the duel onto Seema, but that's the end of his life.
Oh, yeah.
A Rise can power shot, a nice little bit of damage there for your silencer. In fact, does anyone else have bonus damage? That's the first duel win for the Dire, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I think that the duels so far have been quite okay from his side. But again, just because he went Shadowblade, I don't think he really fully utilized the item really to justify it in the end. I mean, at the time when he picked it up, yeah, his team was ahead, but you know, now in retrospect, it kind of wasn't really worth it. But at the same time, I think the same applies to the Midas as well from the Enigma, to be honest.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Second lane Arax. No one not going to get the slight on there. Blink forward, blink back. No, blink forward. Arise, catches Pasha. Does a ton of damage down onto him as well, but that's it. That's his life forfeit if they want to dive under, because they're actually getting TP in here from the Enigma. Wants to get a black hole. Is he going to land it? He doesn't find a bunch of heroes. They split nicely. And look at that cleave. The global comes through and no one just crushes them all. 2 dead already in Arise. You can turn, you can fight, and you might even get the kill to no one here, as he's not got anything left to get himself out of the actual fight himself. But Mag is that man on the front lines, tanks up the damage. Tron back into it. But buybacks used by Wind Ranger and the Gyrocopter to get themselves in, and with what 1.5 lanes of racks gone, things are looking rough.
The damage from this from no one is disgusting. And now Solo has his Aghanims and is very close to a level 16 Exalt. I hope they just sort of like stack him an Ancient Cam and give it to him so he can have a level 16, because level 16 AA ult with Aghanims is actually pretty sick. So yeah, okay, Durka, let's humor this idea. How does Power Rangers come back?
Oh, for God's sake, this is what I usually ask my co-casters. I'm not kidding. Like, in situations like this, I turn to them and like, okay, well, we're in a rough spot. You know, things are looking pretty dark here for the team that's losing. What do they do? What is that singular thing that they do to come back and almost
not die like this or Rise? That was so. I don't know what you're even doing there.
See, the thing is, almost always the answer comes back saying there is no one thing that you can do to come back from this. You need like 3 or 4 or 5 team fights to go your way. You need the enemy to completely fuck up and not have buybacks. Well, he just travels towards the Hawk, looking for it, but a little bit mistimed. Didn't realize how quick Cheshire Cat is on his feet with a boot to travel. But yeah, I think Power Rangers, they need, you know, it's past the stage of needing 2 big team fights and winning them. You need 4 or 5, and then you need Vega to not have buybacks, and you need to take a tier 3 tower and then throne.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you get there, because getting these fights while Black Hole is off cooldown, Vega just gonna really punish you once you use that ultimate.
Yeah. If you're Power Rangers, you really need so many things to be right. Like, even winning one team fight demands so many conditions to be met, right? So I don't know about this.
Yeah.
J4 is dead.
Yep. No more black holes. He's got a buyback, so maybe we will see one. He buys back and he's going to come back into this. But 2 dead, Dazzle Legion gone, and Arise, he's going to fall straight after as well. Come on! Come on! Have it! Black hole on 4. There we go. J4. In there, my son. Tron walks it. He's screwed. He's gone. But Vega, 1-0 up in this 2-game series. That was just cool, calm, and collected, honestly. You know, the first, what, 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever it was. Okay, Power Rangers are doing well. The laning phase is going pretty good. But in the end, Vega Squadron just outplayed.